My name is Paula Martin. I'm from here in the village of Laguna.
My name is Clevon, Cheromiah, and I'm a resident here in Pueblo, Laguna Village, and this is my wife.
I'm Erin, Cheromiah, and I'm also from Laguna.
My name is Howard Francis. I'm from Laguna Pueblo. I've lived in this home now for about the past 14, 15 years. It was passed on to me from my father, James Francis.
We still had not found the ideal community in which to do this in, and that's when we knew we found it when we were here. We started working with Harry Antonio, and he really helped us, the first lieutenant governor here of the Pueblo, and he really helped us make this happen.
Yeah, my name is Harry A. Antonio Jr. I'm from the Pueblo of Laguna, the village of Laguna. This is the village here, and lived here about 48 years of my life here.
This project is so special to Rebuilding Together. It's really the first time we've ever worked with a Pueblo in any real capacity. And we're so honored that Lowe's is sponsoring this project and allowing it to happen and bringing out their wonderful volunteers. And this project is also so unique because we've had so many community members come together, and the Lowe's volunteers and the Laguna volunteers are working side by side.
We've been living here since our life. This house is actually my wife's.
Yeah, the house was willed to me as from my godfather. So we've been here at the house since 2002. So 12 years.
Sometimes you get used to your home or your surroundings and you don't want things to change. But in life, things always do change. But sometimes it's always for the better, you know, but you still hold that sentimental feeling in your heart. And that's how this home is. It's more sentimental than value-wise. And that's how I feel that it makes me feel good, because I have a little bit of the old and some of the new together. So it brings it all together, it brings it home.
Bringing something new life back into that house. I think that's how we need to look at it. And so when I was talking to Paula, and she said she was having a really difficult time letting go of some of the things.
There was a lot of things in there that belonged from a long time ago. Memories when I was a child. There were items and stuff there.
This is the 17th rebuild-a-block that we've had like this, incorporating home repairs and a new playground. With Lowe's, the major sponsor here, we've done over 1,200 projects that have helped over 12,000 individuals.
We selected Laguna because of the size of the village. It's very easy for us to get around to the other homes, to work on them and have everything be within walking distance. And the playground was the center of all of the locations, which was perfect.
That playground has been there since I was small. And it's like, no, you can't. There was pieces of the ladder hanging off, and it wasn't really safe for the kids. And I know my oldest son, he would go up and, you know, because he's a lot bigger.
Because we saw the old playground, how deteriorated it was, and I used to feel bad for the kids, not just my daughter, but the other kids in the community. They would go over, they would get splinters, or they would fall out because some of the stuff was so old.
We were in charge of building the playground. Rebuilding Together is here, and they're working on 3 different houses and making modifications to those. Our job was to build the playground with the volunteers, so that was my aspect of the project.
And I think there's been I can say from the playground crew, they're just diving in and making things happen in such a great way. It's wonderful.
Certainly to the Laguna community, this has set the standard for community engagement and community involvement for a project like this. This is the 5th one that I've personally been involved with, and we have never gotten the type of community support, the way the community has rallied around this project.
Everybody gonna know, how up to date and how safe it is, and that a lot more kids are gonna come out to play now rather than being inside at their house playing video games.
Just to see that smile on their face, knowing they're gonna have a new playground and something to play with, and something that's safe. So it's a really good feeling to have your kids smile again and knowing they're getting someone. something that's going to make them happy.
Background on the relationship between Rebuilding Together and Lowe's. Rebuilding Together and Lowe's have been partners for 7 years, and over that time there have been over 1,200 projects that have happened that have impacted over 12,000 individuals with a market value of over $17.5 million.
I said, I don't know. I said, I think I finally feel comfortable about letting go. I said, I finally feel comfortable about knowing that the house is going to be okay again.
I think she finally realized that she could let go and she could embrace the new that was coming.
For me, it was pretty emotional for, people to take the time out of their own day to come and volunteer. We don't
get that much, volunteer help. Once you go out there and ask the people, eventually they'll come out and help. But we're really appreciated that Lowe's is doing this for us, and we're very appreciative.
It just reminded me of my elders from my dad on, of how they used to get together without even asking. They would come together and help each other build their homes. Used to be the old adobe homes at the time, but they all pitched in no matter what. Nothing was asked. If you saw somebody doing something, they would just go and help them. And that's how I see these people. They just came out of their goodness of their hearts and just wanted to help. And it's so grateful. I thank our Father above and our Mother who put us here and there's still those kind of people around.
You do the playground, everything else kind of goes, we'll clean up our area too. So it's really been a good experience. They've been very, very, very responsive to anything we did.
This is the first project of its kind that Rebuilding Together has been able to do on any reservation in Pueblo here in America.
I've seen a great deal of camaraderie and friendliness and just extreme hard work from the Laguna volunteers.
So important that we do that, and remind our people to do that, to be communal. And so when this program was presented to us, it fit right into what we believe in. It's part of our culture and tradition, so it wasn't very difficult to encourage the volunteers to come out and to be a participant.